Wiping your piece down prior to painting allows you to remove any dust or residue, which allows for a better and a smoother application of paint onto your bisque shape. Now you're ready to start painting. To begin, I'm using primary magenta to paint the bottom of the butterfly plaque. To cover the large surface, I'm using a round brush. On the next slide, we'll show you brushes you'll be using today, including the round brush I'm using now. Once you've painted the bottom of the butterfly plaque, allow the paint to dry for a bit before continuing. One thing to note, acrylics can be messy. Keep your brushes in good condition by cleaning them after each color use. Also, be sure to paint on some kind of disposable surface, like I'm painting on a large piece of paper, but you can also use a disposable tablecloth. And be sure to wear an apron to keep your clothes clean. Now, using a square shader brush and primary magenta, paint the outer sections of each butterfly wing. For this step, I'm using a square shader brush because this allows me to easily paint both large and small surface areas. Angle the brush normally to paint larger areas, or you can turn the brush on its side to easily paint small grooves. Now you're ready to start painting the inner sections of each butterfly wing. Paint each section using Scarlet Lake Red acrylic paint. For this step, I'm going to use two brushes. For the two larger sections, I'm using a square shader brush. For the smaller sections on each butterfly wing, I'm going to use a liner brush. Liner brushes are best used when painting small sections, or if you need to paint really long, thin brush strokes. Now, again using a liner brush, you want to paint the raised lines on each butterfly wing using cadmium yellow. Long, thin lines can be difficult. To help, I recommend holding the paintbrush like you would a pencil for better control. Also, slow and steady is the key. Here's a quick tip. To avoid streaky brushstrokes when using lighter shades of acrylic paints, like this cadmium yellow, it's helpful to paint 2 to 3 coats for best coverage. Now, using your square shader brush again, paint the body of the butterfly using violet. Once you do this, you're almost done. Want to know the great thing about acrylic paints? Mistakes are easy to fix. At this point, if you have any areas you'd like to touch up, do so now. For added shimmer to your project, paint Crystal Sparkler over the butterfly wings and let it dry. I love the look of added sparkles on this project. You can apply 1 coat for subtle sparkles or more coats for extra sparkles. It's up to you. Once your project is complete, you'll want to allow the paint to fully dry. For extra shine, spray your completed project with Super Gloss Sealer Spray in a well-ventilated area.
Why take the risk? Always go with Bisque.
Imports.